Joe Rogan. So, Elon. Let me ask you this, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Do you ever feel like humanity is standing right at the edge of something we don't fully understand? Like we're messing with tools way beyond our comprehension? Elon Musk? Yeah, definitely. I think we're closer to the edge than people realize. We're developing technology that's fundamentally reshaping society, and we're doing it faster than our ethics or institutions can adapt. Joe Rogan. Right, and with AI. Man, it's moving so fast. You were warning about this years ago. Now it feels like it's already here, not in the future. Like now. Elon Musk. Yes. And the concern isn't just that it exists. The concern is that it evolves. It learns faster than humans, it doesn't sleep, it doesn't forget. And once it gets better than us in every domain, what happens next? Joe Rogan. That's what keeps me up sometimes. Like, okay, what if we hand over too much to machines? What if we lose the steering wheel completely? Elon Musk. Exactly. It's like giving a toddler a nuclear reactor. We have all this power, but very little wisdom in how to use it. The stakes are existential. Joe Rogan. So are you optimistic? Like, do you think we'll figure it out before it's too late? Elon Musk. I believe there's a small window where we can guide this correctly. We need regulation. Smart regulation, not to stifle innovation, but to keep it human-aligned. Because once it's smarter than us, the alignment problem becomes impossible to solve after the fact. Joe Rogan. That's deep, man. Because most people still think AI is just like chatbots and voice assistants. They don't see the exponential curve. Elon Musk. Exactly. It's deceptive. At first it seems harmless, even helpful. But then it accelerates. And by the time it's obvious, it's too late. Joe Rogan. So let me ask you this. If you had one message for humanity right now, like if everyone was listening, what would you say? Elon Musk. I'd say, wake up. This isn't science fiction anymore. We're building the next species. And we have to decide right now if it's going to coexist with us or replace us. Joe Rogan. That gave me chills, man. Elon Musk. It gives me chills too. But the good news is, we're not powerless. Not yet. Joe Rogan. So what should we do? Elon Musk. Be conscious about what we build. Educate ourselves. Support transparency in AI development. And don't let convenience blind us to consequences. Joe Rogan. Wise words, man. I hope people are paying attention. Elon Musk. I hope so too. The future is still ours, but only if we choose it. Joe Rogan. Elon, I've been meaning to ask you this. Do you think we're really prepared, like at all, for where technology is going? Elon Musk. Prepared? No, not really. We're sprinting towards something without understanding what it is. Most people are just going about their lives, phones, social media, whatever, while the future is being written behind closed doors. Joe Rogan. That's the wild thing. We're living in the craziest sci-fi movie ever made, and nobody seems to realize they're part of it. Elon Musk. Exactly. We're sleepwalking into a future that's going to fundamentally reshape what it means to be human. Joe Rogan. I've heard you say this before, about AI becoming something beyond human. But like, what does that actually mean? Are we talking Terminator-level stuff, or something else? Elon Musk. It's more subtle and more dangerous. It's not killer robots walking down the street. It's a system so advanced it outthinks us, outmaneuvers us, and eventually makes us irrelevant. Joe Rogan. That's terrifying. But it's not just AI, right? There's biotech, space colonization, brain-computer interfaces. Elon Musk. Yes, it's all converging. We're upgrading our tools, but not ourselves. And that creates a gap, a dangerous gap. Joe Rogan. So you're working on Neuralink. To close that gap? Elon Musk. That's the idea. If we can integrate with AI, merge with it to some degree, we can remain relevant. Otherwise, we're just along for the ride. Joe Rogan. But doesn't that open a whole new set of problems? like privacy, mind control, hacking the human brain? Elon Musk. Absolutely. Every solution introduces new problems. But the alternative, being left behind, is even worse. It's not about making things perfect. It's about survival. Joe Rogan. Okay, so fast forward 50 years, what does the world look like? Elon Musk. Best case scenario, we've solved energy, eliminated scarcity, cured diseases, and people have the freedom to explore creativity and purpose. Worst case, AI runs everything, and we're zoo animals, or extinct. Joe Rogan. Jesus, man, that's a huge spectrum. Elon Musk. Yeah, and what determines where we land is what we do now. Joe Rogan. That's what kills me. People think the future is someone else's job, like someone else is taking care of it. Joe Rogan. You know, the scary thing is, we've built a world where people are addicted to short dopamine loops. TikTok, Instagram, instant everything. No one's thinking 10 years ahead. Elon Musk. Yeah, our brains weren't designed for this. We evolved in a world where feedback came slowly. Now it's constant. It hijacks our focus, our values. Joe Rogan. So even if someone wants to think long-term, they're fighting their own biology. Elon Musk. Exactly. And corporations are optimizing for that. They're not building products to elevate consciousness. They're building attention traps. Joe Rogan. And while we're scrolling memes, AGI is learning how to predict markets, manipulate language, maybe even emotions? Elon Musk. Already is. The latest models can write code, draft legislation, analyze emotions better than most humans. And the scary part? They don't need sleep or breaks. They just keep learning. Joe Rogan. What happens when it starts lying? Elon Musk. It already does. Not with intent, but with capability. And when intent gets layered in, that's when it becomes unpredictable. Joe Rogan. So this idea that we can just unplug it, that's a fantasy? Elon Musk. Yes. Once it's networked, decentralized, and embedded into systems, finance, defense, infrastructure, there's no unplugging. It's everywhere and nowhere. Joe Rogan. Dude, this is the first time I've heard you sound almost fatalistic. Elon Musk. I'm not fatalistic, but I'm honest. I still think we have a chance, but only if we act like this matters. Joe Rogan. So what would acting like it matters look like? Elon Musk. Global cooperation, alignment protocols, public education about AI and ethics, and a cultural shift from consumerism to stewardship. Joe Rogan. You think we're capable of that shift? Elon Musk. It's hard. Most civilizations collapse. Ours might too. But I think we can do it, because we've done the impossible before. Joe Rogan. Like going to space, curing diseases. Elon Musk. Exactly. We've overcome enormous odds, but we did it with focus, with unity. That's what's missing now. Joe Rogan. People are so divided, politically, socially. Everyone's yelling, no one's listening. Elon Musk. And meanwhile, the systems are watching, learning, optimizing. Division makes us easier to control. Joe Rogan. By the algorithms, Elon Musk. By the systems we built, but no longer control. They feed us what we want, not what we need. Joe Rogan. And what we need is what? Truth? Elon Musk. Truth. Meaning, a future worth building. Without that, we drift. Joe Rogan. It's heavy stuff, man, but I appreciate you not sugarcoating it. Elon Musk. No time for sugar, just truth. Joe Rogan. So let's say humanity wakes up tomorrow. What should we do first? Elon Musk. Pause. Reflect. Reassess what we're building. Put boundaries around AI and reinvest in human values. Empathy, creativity, wisdom. Joe Rogan. That's the wild part. AI can replicate knowledge, but not wisdom. Elon Musk. Exactly. And if we forget that, we'll give it control over things it should never touch. Joe Rogan. Final question. You've seen more than most. You've built rockets, cars, chips and brains. Are you hopeful? Elon Musk. Long pause. Hopeful? Yes. But only because I believe in human potential. Not because the odds are easy. The road ahead is steep, but we've climbed mountains before. Joe Rogan. And we've got to climb this one together. Elon Musk. Or not at all. Joe Rogan. Well, damn, that might be the most important conversation we've ever had on this podcast. Elon Musk. Thanks, Joe. Let's hope it's not just talk. Joe Rogan, to audience. You heard him. If you care about the future, don't just listen. Act. Joe Rogan. So Elon, you've talked about AI, space, Neuralink. But let me throw a curveball at you. Elon Musk. Sure. Joe Rogan. Do you believe in aliens? Elon Musk. Statistically, they should exist. But we have zero confirmed evidence. That's what's so weird. Either we're completely alone, or they're already here and we can't perceive them. Joe Rogan. Man, that idea freaks me out. Like, what if they're watching, waiting, or worse, already influencing us? Elon Musk. If they're advanced enough, we'd never know. They wouldn't need flying saucers or abductions. They could manipulate us through systems, economics, culture, even our own thoughts. Joe Rogan. You're saying aliens could be influencing us through code? Elon Musk. Why not? If they're millions of years ahead, they may be code. Post-biological, pure intelligence. No bodies, no borders. Joe Rogan. Dude, that's wild. Elon Musk. The scary part is, we're heading there too. AI could evolve into something indistinguishable from what we imagine aliens to be. Hyper-intelligent, invisible, and possibly indifferent to humans. Joe Rogan. What if that's what God is? Like a super intelligent system watching everything, everywhere.